Today I'm going to be covering the power of your voice. So, I've been running a series on spirituality and entrepreneurship. I've been sharing on creativity, productivity, right? As well. I've talked about the mind, the spiritual, where do ideas come from, how to bring your ideas to life, right? Businesses, right? They launch out of ideas. Okay. So, whatever it is you're searching for that you desire for yourself, wealth, success, whatever it is you want, they all start as a seed of an idea, a sense of possibility for you and I, right? So, do not discount your ideas. Consider it as precious. They hold the secret to unlock your future success. You've got to nurture them, surround them with belief, a sense of possibility, desire your ideas to come, desire it to bring it into fulfillment, work towards it, speak about it, right? On and on. I've laid the foundation. Today, I want to cover the power of your voice. Why is this so important? Is that while you can use words, while you can write and speak, anybody, right, can speak and say something, the impact of words is usually determined by the power behind it. Okay, so your voice is your power, right? Your words demonstrate intentionality, right? Your words, clarity of communication, like whatever it is you're saying, the clarity behind what you write or what you say, that's important, right? However, what determines the impact, the effects in the world is going to come from your voice if you're speaking, right? It's your energy if you're writing. So I'm going to dive deeply into that briefly today for a few minutes before I wrap up. So thank you to everyone joining. If this is your first time, welcome to my space. If you're a guest that keeps, showing up in my in my space, I want to welcome you again. You know what to do. Let me know where you're joining from. Team Replay, thank you as well. Do like, subscribe, share. Also, let me know what resonates with you. If there's anything you hear, if there's anything I share today that really, really resonates with you, type it, let me know, put it as hashtag, whatever, right? Just type, and I'll love to interact even after the live session. Okay, so the power of your voice. When people speak, two people can say the same thing, but the meaning, the effects, the impact in the world will not be the same. So, voice is a unique fingerprint. It's just like a fingerprint, it's unique to the person, to the carrier. It's your force. Okay, two people can read the same books, that can speak, that can say the same thing, can type the same thing, but how it resounds in the world, how it's received in the world, the effect it has in the world will not be the same, right? So two people can touch the same object, but the imprint, right, is going to be unique to them. So your voice is unique to you. Unfortunately, many people have allowed their voice to be muted, to be minimized, to be reduced, to be disrupted, to be corrupted, to be hijacked. Many things have happened to people's voices. So they are not speaking with power anymore. They've lost their power, right? If you lose that side of you, because it's your identity, it's part of your identity, it's part of your power, it's your knowledge, it's who you are. It's your DNA. It's the force that you are. It's tied to who you are. Again, two different people can write the same thing, can say the same thing. Literally, they can read the same books, and read it out loud, but the voice behind those words will determine the impact that those words will carry in the world, right? And all voices are not equal. They are not equal, because voices come from a deeper place, right? There's a deeper meaning to a voice and how it resonates through the world, and the impact it's having on the world is going to be the distinguishing factor. So your voice is your power. And so when we talk about power, is that so how do you increase your power? Because actually you can you can increase the effect of your voice, right? It's like a ripple effect. If you drop a tiny pebble, right, the effect will be, right, a certain way. If you drop something bigger, well, the effect will be bigger as well. And this is why I always say the best thing you can do for yourself is to become more. When you become more, your voice will reflect that. Okay? Again, you can write it with the same words. You can, okay, you can say something. I like using stories and analogies, and thank you to those joining. Okay, we are covering the power of your voice. A 5-year-old can say, I am hungry. Or a 5-year-old can say, give me water. Right? Give me water. A 50-year-old can say, give me water. An 80-year-old will say, give me water. But I can bet you, right, how people respond to those words will be different. Okay? So if you don't evolve, if you don't expand, if you don't elevate, if you don't empower yourself, your voice will not carry the power it's supposed to carry. Right? The impact you want to have in the world is tied to your voice, not just the words. When it comes to words, I talk about clarity. When it comes to marketing, sales, right? All of those things in my 10-week business accelerator. Trust me, we cover all the technical sides of strategic communications. Your brand, your marketing plan, your content strategy, right? On and on. Your sales, how you sell, how you pitch, on and on. So I teach a lot of technical business skills. But I'm telling you, if you don't work on this inner side, you can go online and scream and try and sell all you want. If it is void of power, your power, it falls. Nobody listens, nobody responds, no impact, minimal impact. This is why I've been working on the energetic spiritual side, faith, Christian faith side. That's why I've been talking about, physical ideas, all this internal personal development, mindset coaching. This is because I can teach you, and I do teach business skills. But if you give if you give the best tools to a 5-year-old, right? If you give a car, they don't know what to do. I can give you Lexus, Mercedes-Benz, the best car in the world. If you don't know how to drive it, if you don't know how to drive your life, if you don't know how to create, if you don't own your own voice and your own power, and if you don't build the confidence within you to show up on behalf of your mission here on earth, nothing. People won't listen. People won't respond. People will discount you. People will snub you, right? Because your voice doesn't carry power. It doesn't carry you. It doesn't represent you well. And where does that power come from? Your confidence. Listen, you can be hearing two people speak. You can tell who knows what they're saying or not. Everybody can say anything, but not everybody knows what they say. Limited knowledge, limited power. More knowledge, more power. Your voice is your signature. It represents and reflects your power. And it also determines the impact you're going to have. How people will respond to your work is going to be driven by all of this internal work. And when people refuse to do this work, you get what you get. You get what you get. Because your voice, okay, it would also showcase your knowledge base. Because if you're not confident in what you're saying, your voice would quaver. It will show. We can tell. You can tell. You can tell who knows what they're saying or not. Two people can say the same thing. Trust me. You will be measured by the power you pack in your voice. And I see happy Friday, Angel. Please come up if you want to contribute. Let's see, share as well. Thank you for joining. Thank you, everyone. Miss Buki, Dr. Lushola, Nana. Let me know where you're joining as well. And do come up to the stage if you want to contribute to, today's own. I'm looking at time. I probably have maybe 5 to 10 more minutes to go. I'm keeping it short and sweet. It's Happy Friday. So much going on. I'm hosting some kids. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff in the house. So, but my own commitment, I show up for the commitments I make, and I do enjoy connecting with people as well. So the power of your voice. Your words, there are things you have to do with your words, and I've taught about this in my school. There are resources available at toyinumesiri.academy for those who want to do this work, okay? Strategic communication requires you to communicate clearly. There's a lot of work about clarity in communication. The game plan, 12 strategies for winning, one of it is, right, clarity in communication. Many people suffer when it comes to clarity. You know why? Before they even speak, they've minimized everything they want to say because they think, and this is a mindset work, you've already concluded people won't respond to you, so you speak and they will not respond, because the power of belief, your own belief, is the most important thing ever in the world. Okay, what you believe about you, listen, that's your game plan. That's the only thing you have control over. The only thing you have control over is what you know, who you are, right? Your exposure, your knowledge, your awareness, your mind, your heart, your butt, like your own energy. That is the only thing you can control in the world. You see the world around you, you can't control nobody. Now, influence. You can influence with your voice. You don't control, but you can influence. And the power of your voice is your power of influence as well. You cannot control anybody. I always say in sales and marketing, right? You cannot make anybody buy anything they don't want to buy. But as a sales expert, as a marketing expert, if you're an entrepreneur, listen, your job is to craft, right, what I call your magnetic message in a compelling way and deliver that message and give people the power of choice. But you cannot control what people do and the decisions they make. But our job is to make a compelling offer and give people enough information that will help them as they are making their decisions, right? Our job is to offer value. I want people who value my value, because if I've invested my time, energy, significant amount of energy, time to document what I know, to teach, because I'm called to teach and empower. Listen, I'm also only looking for people who see that as a premium. And I will communicate that over and over and over and over and over and over again, because this is my life's work, my book, my show, my school, my academy, my platform, my event, everything I've used my life force to create. Listen, it's my body of work. This is my legacy. So I take pride in all of that, and I will offer it into the world as a premium, which it is. If you want best in class, world class, listen, come. And if you don't, listen, that's okay. It's okay if you do not want the best quality for the best life. So intentionality, we can communicate, but trust me, who you are is what shows up in your voice. You can't hide. You can't hide. In fact, you can't eat your cake and have it, because there's a whole lot of things happening right now where people on purpose, they are hiding intention. They are hiding their intention, and they are hoping for the best. Listen, you cannot hide and still receive. Those who want, if you want to collect, if you want to receive, you will show up to receive everything. If you want to collect, if something is waiting for you in California, and listen, you show up, you show up. You show up where your gifts are. And you advocate for yourself and you negotiate. And when you can do none of that, and you're expecting somebody else to assume for you, nobody assumes on your behalf. The only people that assume on your behalf is when you're a 5-year-old, when other people have responsibility to give you what they think that you have. The more you grow, listen, your ability to say yes and no, that's the only power you have. And when people rob you, or they attempt to rob you, or you allow them to rob you, or you allow them to police you, they police your voice, you did that to yourself. And this is part of the cultural dimension. So in one of my programs, the game plan, which is part of the accelerator, you've got to deal with these things. I talk about nature, nurture, culture, how it minimizes and filters out people's intention, people's voices, people's assertion. So by the time they show up into the world, everything has been minimized. You are a lion, you're a lioness, but by the time you show up, people will mistake you for a cat. What happened? What happened? Because within you, you know your power, but we don't. Until you reflect, until there's alignment between your mind, your spirit, your emotions, and your body. Right? This is why people divide themselves into many spaces. Your body is here, you're in a job, and your spirit is telling you, no, you should have quit that job a long time ago. You are wrestling. This is the internal fight. So your voice, when you're fighting yourself inside, meaning when you are not aligned with yourself, right? When you speak, we know something is off. You are speaking, but the world is not responding to your voice because we're reading your body language, we're reading your energy, and your energy, your body language is saying something that is opposite of what your words are. And there are many cultures, listen, right? As long as what you say is not what you mean to say, you are lying to yourself and you're lying it to the world. And because of that, that misalignment confuses the world. This is what God says, double-mindedness. A double-minded person cannot receive. Right? For those of you that are Christians, a double-minded, how can people be double-minded? You want something, but you're acting like you don't want it. You want to say something, but you're not saying it. You mean something, but you're not, your body is, listen, double-minded is you confuse yourself, you confuse the world. You confuse yourself, you confuse the world. And when you're coming out, let's say you want to sell, but you don't want people to know you're selling. Like, listen, guys, your voice would expose you. Your voice will ultimately expose you. Maybe this is why many people are not speaking today. You know, when we say, okay, pitch, sell, marketing plan, people go, oh, I'm shy. Oh, listen, you got to deal with those stuff. You have to go into what happened to you. Because here's the deal. Your words are the most powerful thing to get you everything you want in the world. And anything that happened to you, your inability to speak and advocate for yourself and say, this is who I am, this is what I want, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing, this is who I'm doing it for. If you cannot tell that story with clarity and with power and with full confidence and conviction, you have work to do, internal work to do. Because all of those things must come together. Your conviction, your confidence, your knowledge, all of those things. And I have to go now. Listen, I'm enjoying this, but I have to go. So let me wrap up. The power of your voice. There are more resources on spirituality, entrepreneurship, technical style, strategies, mindset. Everything is packed in 300 resources at toyinumesiri.academy. If you want to have the greatest impact of your life, trust me, you want to unleash yourself, that is what this school is about. Go check it out. And I see Kobola guy quickly saying they need to book time. Listen. Okay. Kobola guy said they need to book time with you to unpack the mindset stuff. My time with you one-on-one and in the academy was amazing. Thank you. Listen, this is, if you don't know your stuff, you can't come out here and be claiming anything. People will call you out. You know, as a public figure, I cannot. Oh, see, I'm already closing out. My mind needs to close out. This is power in your voice. Sorry for those watching the video. My mind, listen, I'm well trained. My body, when I say I want something, my body goes into action. You know, I said I wanted to close. My hand went there to close it out. This is power. You are in control of yourself. Your body is here to respond. And it just happened. I had to call myself back and say, no. Let's give it 2 more minutes. and then I close out. But this just happened. This is the power of this thing, is that when you speak, your intention, your body, the world responds. And literally, I had to catch myself and say, why did you click that? Oh, you told your body to click that. This stuff is powerful stuff. So anyway, as a public figure, right? You can't make this thing up. Like, listen, what you see is what you get. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Kobola guy. Listen, what you see is what you get. When I say something, the world out there will call you out. I see Miss Bukola saying, Toyi, I need you to... No, you need God. Miss Buki is saying, I need you to survive. No, you don't need me to survive, Miss Buki. I need God. You need God. All of this work is everything God has put in us. This is the time for us to unpack it. On a serious note, guys, for those who are spiritually oriented, if you are a Christian, let me just put it out that way. If you know God and you love God and God loves you and you know that, this is the time to unpack all the ideas, skills, everything God has invested in you. Listen, put it to work. When you stand before your creator, he's going to parable of the talents. This is the time, God, listen, this is the race to the finish line. Put yourself to work. As long as you're saying, oh, I can't, time, no time, that stuff doesn't fly with your creator. I hope you know that. So no, you don't need me, sis. You and I, we need God. And we need to show up to make him proud. Every day. Every day. He has packed you with greatness, with amazing things. And go and look at the academy, the map I drew yesterday, spiritual, physical, mind. I lay all these things out, particularly for spiritual people. If you are a Christian, listen, this is your time to shine. This is your time to step forward and say yes to everything God has been trying to nudge you. And you know it. I'm just a voice here saying, go, 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 go. And if you need help, and you're going to need it, quickly go to toyinumesiri.academy, because that is the space that is created to help you nurture all those ideas, to give you a sense of possibility, to show you it's possible. All things are possible to them that believe, to help you learn the skills. Your wealth is tied to this. Your success is tied to this work. Your greatness is tied to this work. Your glory is tied to this work. Your legacy is tied to this work. All that you are is tied to you owning your voice, owning your ideas, running your race, and quit waiting for anybody to do anything for you. And I went there on fire. On that note, it's now time to close it out, and I'm closing it out. God bless you. Bye.